Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be taking you through ɁXiPlatform, the core application, and how we can modify the core application using the Builder app, which is embedded within the admin application. Here we can see the core application, and on the top left here we can see the application selector. Now from here, these two applications are currently applications that I have security privilege to access, hence why I can see them within this list. I can navigate between applications from here, like so. Now, if I go back to the Broker Hub, I can see here is the current client collection that I'm viewing. Within this client collection are all the views that I can access that have been previously configured for me to be able to view data within. The view holds all the records available to you, and you can modify the view and add and remove columns and resize the columns and place the columns to whichever area you like. Now here on the top, we can see the collection selector. Within this collection selector are all the collections that I currently have security privilege to access, hence why I can see them within this list. If I change from here, I can navigate to properties, loans, and all the other collections from here. So if I go back to properties, for example, from properties here, we can see all the relevant properties that are currently stored in my system. And I can see all the clients for these properties. So Leonardo DiCaprio is a good example where we can see a number of properties that Leonardo DiCaprio currently owns. I can open up this particular one and view the related properties. Over here to start with, we can see all the information about Leonardo DiCaprio, and we're able to make contact with Leonardo DiCaprio. From here we can see all the contact information, etc. Again, this is all configurable. All of these fields are fields that I have created, and the two sections are sections that I have created to enable this information to be stored within. The related properties and loans, these are two cards that I have configured, and the views and the columns within these cards are also configurable, and I've added all the information that I need to view. So for Leonardo DiCaprio, I can see all the properties that he owns and the loans that he currently has. If I close out of this one and go back to clients, we can see all my clients here. I'll use Benjamin Lehman as a record to view, and from here I can see again all the information about Benjamin Lehman, but this time it's not in a pop-up. I'm actually on the client, so I can see all the information directly here. Now I'm going to introduce a new field called country. So I want to know which country my clients are belonging to. And to do that, we go to the Builder application, which is embedded within the admin app. And from here we can see I'm already on collections, and these are all the collections I have previously created. I can add a new collection and add the fields within that collection, the views, the forms, the UI flows, and the cards. I'm going to open up the client. And from the client here, I'm going to make a modification to the form and the view, so we can see how quick that is and how easy that is to do, and how quickly that's reflected in the core application. So let's go to forms, and here we can see the form that I currently have. Now I can introduce a new form if I wanted to. I'm just going to use the main form for now. And on the main form here, we can see all the fields. This is the form designer. We can see all the fields that are available to me to introduce into the sections. And on this side of things here, we can see the summary tab, the related properties tab, and I can introduce more tabs and give them names. Again, also I can add new sections and have those sections visible to me directly from here. I won't be doing that now. I'm just going to introduce the country field, and I'm going to add that to this section, and we'll have a look at what that looks like in the core application. So we'll select add field, and I'll call this field country, and I'll select the type as lookup. Now previously I've configured another collection called country, and I've added data to that collection so that we can see what that looks like. So I'm going to select the format here, and we can see there are two formats for the lookup. There's the default and the polymorphic lookup. The default is going to allow you to select a single collection and a single record for that collection. But the polymorphic will allow you to select multiple records and multiple collections within those So I'm going to use default for now against country because I only need to report against one country for this particular client, for example. So my target is going to be country, and the default view is going to be active country. So the active countries, this one has a number of fields. So if I select this drop down, I can see the name field. If I introduce more fields, I'll be able to view all of those fields within this area here and against the lookup when I come to append the lookup record against a particular record that I'm working on. So I'm going to set this as optional, and the package is going to be added to is going to be the core package. And we'll hit save. And so now you can see country has been added to my list of fields over to the left. I'm going to drag country and have it on the section that I want, and I'll hit save for this form. And now I'm going to introduce country to the views as well, so I can have that visible on the view. So I'll use the active clients, and I'll add countries to active clients. So you can see countries has been added there. And I'll drag and drop countries over to the far left so we can see that in the core application. I'll probably resize that a little bit like this and hit save. And so now if I go to my core application, I'll just do a quick refresh here. We can see country has been added, and now I can specify country for Benjamin Lehman and hit save. And you can see that country is also added to the view over to our left. We can navigate to other clients and be able to append the relevant countries from here. And now if I expand my view, I can see the country has been added. So this is how simple it is in ɁXiPlatform to make modifications to views and forms. We didn't have a look at how we created this, but in the future, we will be looking at how we are creating the collections, how we are creating the forms and the fields within these collections, and how it all comes together to build an application.